Welcome to the Night Radio and Television Station. Here comes to the news today. The Office of the National Assembly held a press conference on the Vietnam Socio-Economic Forum 2023 with the theme Strengthening Endogenous Capacity, Creating Motivation for Growth and Sustainable Development. The forum took place on September 19 at the National Convention Center with about 400 to 450 delegates attending directly. The forum will clarify the international context, tensions, conflicts, geo-economic shifting trends, and new challenges for recovery and development of the world economy, economics policy of the major countries, Vietnam main trading partners, and the impacts on Vietnam. The forum will also evaluate the current state of Vietnam's economy in 2023 and the 3 years period 2021 to 2023. Besides, there is an assessment of the implementation of resolutions on fiscal policy, which clarifies the result achieved, shortcomings, limitations, and lessons learned. Many businesses propose that Vietnam needs to have the policy to encourage and prioritize greener and cleaner production, and Vietnam should change to the green production and sustainable consumption. According to experts, sustainable production and consumption is one of the inevitable trends not only in Vietnam but also in countries around the world. Over the past time, the direction of ministry and branches and the positivity of the businesses have contributed to promoting green consumption and raising community awareness in the use of ecological products and ecological plastic bags. 3R: reduce, reuse, and recycle. However, most of them only stop at a single activities. It's just a narrow scope of impact, have not yet widespread, sustainable and connected to each other. The Ministry of Industry and Trade is seeking comments on the draft circular stipulating the method. This method will determine the electricity price for the wind and solar power plants. The electricity price frame is calculated based on the same calculation method as other types of power plants today. Input parameters are calculated with the economic life of the power, wind, and solar plants being 20 years. Parameters related to investment rates, financial parameters, technical parameters, operating and maintenance costs are selected on the basis of consulting data to ensure general features. Update data from around the world instead of using the past data from the power plants. In addition, the electricity generation price frame will be determined by the region, different from the current regulations. The United Nations General Assembly will open the high-level week on September 18th. This week, many events will take place focusing on discussing the intertwined crisis that the world is facing. More than 150 heads of state and government, hundreds of ministers, diplomats, NGO representatives, and journalists gathered in New York to attend the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly. The highlight of the event is the high-level political forum on sustainable development in 2023. The conference will discuss on how to respond to the impact of the multiple intersecting crises to the world, and is expected to inspire hope, optimism, and enthusiasm for the 2030 agenda. Ahead one of the world's biggest events, the New York Police Department have tightened security. Resources are deployed throughout the city. Some streets in Manhattan are closed. According to the senior U.S. government officer, during the 12-hour discussion of the U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi on September 17th, the U.S. recognized some signals that China probably was able to maintain some communication lines between the two countries' militaries. According to a statement from the White House, the meeting taking place in Malta is part of the U.S. ongoing efforts to maintain open lines of the communication and manage the relationship with China responsibly. The above official emphasized that Mr. Sullivan also highlighted concerns about China's support for Russia and Beijing's recent actions in the Taiwan Strait. Mr. Sullivan noted that providing weapons or foreign military support to Taipei does not mean the United States support Taiwanese independence or considers the island a sovereign state. This is the end of our news today. Thanks for watching. Have a good time. Goodbye.